Hello, my hosts, and welcome to a very special stream. Today, we are going to be doing a third anniversary stream. Yes, 3 years ago, I started streaming on YouTube and posting videos at a regular schedule. So, hooray me! Woo! Unfortunately, I didn't really plan this well and didn't work out what special to do for it. So, apart from me using my old model, I've got a couple of things I want to talk to, and then I suppose a Q&A. If people are willing to ask me some Qs, I'll give you some As, I guess. So, the first topic I've written down on my list of things to talk about is over these 3 months, or 3 months? 3 years, what have I learned? I think I've learned a lot about the value of design and visual communication over verbal communication. Basically, using designs as a mean to supplement. Well, that makes me be a little bit. There we go. As a means to supplement and add communication. I'm still very cynical about marketing, but I can understand why it works and what its role is. I think it's just unfortunate that good marketing can dominate over basically any real value something has. Okay. Next one. What have I improved on? I think I've improved on my ability to sustain a stream longer than I used to be able to. I can do 2 to 3 hour streams now these days, sometimes, especially if I get really invested in a game. I think my editing and animation skills have become a lot better, and I think I am better at communicating and having a good flow, especially off the cup on like a stream like this. I hope so anyway. So I think that's improved. My videos are getting better numbers these days, which I think is a result of better editing and better content. So I think I'm doing a lot better with that as well. I think my topic selection's better as well. And I think sometimes I can jump on a topic that will seem interesting and produce it in a shorter time frame than normal. So that's also going spectacularly well. I'm quite happy with that. So I think that's the things I've improved on in this year. In fact, I'm coming up. I currently got 970 subscribers. So 30 more and we will pass the 1000k mark, which is great. And then I just need watch time to bring me up to the monetization. Yep, 30 to go. Now, the next question I've got for myself is, Next year, what will I be doing better? That's actually a really difficult one. I think I want to dedicate more time to editing and more time to checking over the content that I made after I've made it. In particular, I've come to stuff when I was editing scripts, editing the video, where the stuff in I found out the stuff in my script was wrong. So I want to be getting better at reviewing my scripts for factual errors and finding ways to correct that before it gets to the point of editing. I also want to learn animin better so we can produce better animations for math stuff. And also probably I want to learn other animation tools, probably improve my Blender and Fusion skills so that I can produce animations that don't just look like everybody else who uses animin. So that is my things that I will do better this year or next year. All right. My next section I was going to do is talk about YouTube. Because I find that a lot of people have really weird misconceptions about YouTube and why it does stuff. And worst comes to worst, I will recut this all into clips. The first one is on mobile, live streams have a user limit if you have less than 1,000 subs. And a lot of people are wondering why this is. Unfortunately, sometimes people will live stream themselves doing crimes, very heinous crimes, and the limit on the number of people with 1,000, that limit for mobile streaming is there to limit the damage that could be done. The idea is if you've worked your way up to get more than 1,000 subs, you're probably not going to risk your channel doing something stupid like that. However, we know that through history, there's a lot of very stupid streamers out there who will risk those type of things. I guess it limits the danger of YouTube having to do whack-a-mole type stuff. Okay. Oh, talking about YouTube's terms of service weirdness. Why does YouTube ban swearing on monetized streams? The thing is, this is not something YouTube wants to do. YouTube doesn't want to enforce these rules. Unfortunately, YouTube has to enforce these rules in order to appease advertisers. That's why the swearing limits are in the first few minutes of the video, because that's close to where the ads are. So, and that's also why YouTube seems to be less strict on ads than it is on people who put up videos, because it's not doesn't have to protect the advertisers from the advertisers. I know that it's not that YouTube is, hey, hello, Awesome Pie. That's okay. It's good to see you. It's not because YouTube has a, or what's the word for it, a puritanical sense, it's because the advertisers are puritanical. Indeed. I've personally long advocated that YouTube needs a sort of, okay, no, I want to say YouTube needs, society needs a third place for mature content that isn't completely erotic. Sort of like places for adults to talk about adult things, which YouTube has problems serving just because of the nature of advertising. And also because, I'm going to be quite frank here, YouTube is an American company and it's got a lot of American values, and Americans are really hypocritical when it comes to mature content. Like, they pretend that they don't want it and want to strictly police it, and on the other hand, they actually do want to watch it a bit. All right. The other one I wanted to talk about is something that I see in a lot of subreddits for people who make YouTube, which is they notice that their videos grow rapidly at the start and then level off. And there's actually two reasons for this. A lot of people can think that YouTube suddenly decided to censor them or restrict their traffic. That's not why videos level off after they have their first growth spurt. The reason why videos level off is twofold. The first is YouTube has a slot for tiny videos. If it's a new video with very few views, there's a slot on everybody's YouTube homepage where one of those videos will be put, which gives a video in the first few hours of its existence on YouTube a massive burst of impressions, which causes it to have an initial burst of views. When it goes out of that phase, the growth from that levels off. There's a second source of burst and level off traffic is when a video hits its audience. YouTube works out who will be viewing a video based on who has viewed a video and thinks it's good. And then it will recommend that video to people who are like the people who initially enjoyed that video, which creates sort of cliques of viewers. So a video will expand until it fulfills a particular clique. And then when it spreads out of that clique, it'll start dropping off. And that's why you typically get a level off phenomena in sort of like a couple of days after a video has had its initial burst of traffic. It's nothing about the first 24 hours being important for a video. It's all about who watches it and where that view spreads. Okay, that was the ones I had prepared. As I said, this was a very poorly prepared anniversary stream. I'm wondering, do I have any questions from my wonderful audience? All three of you wonderful people. Hold on, can I do this in this one? Yay! I can make my ears wiggle. What new games do I plan on getting? Good question. I plan to get the new DLC for Stellaris. I'm still missing some of the DLC for that. So I'd love to get that. Hello, John. Other than that, I've been looking at some of the other production and sort of city building games. I haven't found any that have taken my fancy, although I do probably want to see how City Skylines is coming along. Well, City Skylines 2, and if they've improved it enough for it to be a good game. Yeah, that's probably where I am. I might... Oh! I was also thinking about EU2, or whatever the that really weird simulation game where you are sort of royalty type people, and it's more about telling the story of that situation. It's one of the Paradox games. I'm going to probably find out which one is probably best suited for me and go into that one. Yeah, okay. If it's survival games, the name is... It's a witch game. Oh, I will have to look into that. I'm going to put notes down. Which style game that looks like Howl's Moving Castle. I think that would be very cool. So yeah, that's the new games I'm thinking of. It's on Steam. I will look it up. What else am I thinking? I've also noticed that I'm starting to grow closer and closer in size to other video creators and streamers that I admire and enjoy. So I am hoping that soon I will have both the guts and the motivation to perhaps start collaborating with people. It's not a promise, but if I find somebody who's around my size who I think will work well together, I think I might try it out. Have I played any of the Persona games before? No, I haven't. And they do look fun. Is there a new Persona game coming out this year? Because that might be worth looking into. Also, I am also pondering GTA 6 when it comes out. I might want to look at that, but I think It's going to start off as a console exclusive, which I'm probably not going to be able to play, but maybe if I am lucky, I'll be able to invest in that. So that is definitely something to think about. I've got my video series on higher order, well, not higher order, HOTT, the hot tea video series that I'm currently working on. So the second video in that. I think the first video went remarkably well and was well appreciated. And I'm still enjoying that content, so I'm going to keep continuing with that as well. However, I'll probably end up interrupting it at some point for something artistic or VTubery to talk about as an indirect thing, if something like that becomes important. There's a remake of Persona 3. Awesome. I wonder if I know Persona 3 and some other ones are Mecha 10 games. So I'm curious about those things as well. What else should I be covering in this, my 3rd anniversary? Played a lot of them. Oh, awesome. Oh, one of the things I wanted to talk about is, should I be continuing to do this? Or should I return back to industry? And I have been thinking about that over the past few weeks. And I think these past 3 years have been what have been the best for me mental health wise, the best for me achievement wise, the best for me fulfillment wise. And even though I've not sort of cracked into the big leagues and sort of like, I think I'm at the moment on the large scale of small VTubers, sort of like in the small to medium level. I think I'm happy with the growth and the progression that I've made. So I want to continue with this. And I am very happy doing what I am doing. So that covers everything that I've planned and worked out for this stream. I'm going to open the door to more suggestions if there are any. Thank you for the support. Having you guys, my regular viewers, does fill me with a lot of confidence. Hold on. Let's change the hat. Let's see if I can grab the hat. Yep. I forgot I had these. There's my bunny ears. I should make some more props for this. And I should actually get the other facilities that will allow me to do some more nonsense with embedding and stuff. Right. I think that... Do I intend to be making more non-stream videos? Yes. I want to get at least one non-stream video, edited video out per month, or more depending on the length. The pace of the videos that I've been releasing is sort of slowed down a bit, mostly because the videos that I've been making have been getting longer and longer, which is good because I think they are fulfilling a purpose in the marketplace and they're doing what I want to do doing, and they are the right length for what they are. But it does mean that the videos that I release take a little bit longer to make. And hopefully I'll be getting to a point where the watch time on the videos exceeds the time that I put into them more regularly and more reliably. Because one of my... Actually, that's a good point. Let's put some goals for next year. So, goals for next year. I want to hit 3,000k hours per 365 days. So I want to be doing more than... I want to be having more than 3,000 hours of watch time within a 365-day window in order to get into some of the monetization brackets. I'm looking forward to doing that. That's sort of goal number one. Goal number two is the same, but for 4K hours. And I will... Okay. So, 3, some sort of collaboration or some sort of impact in the greater VTubing community. So like some sort of acknowledgement. I'd love to do something that is worthy of that. And as always, I want, let's say, at least 12 scripted videos. And yeah, I think that those are going to be my goals for this next year, along with the ones that I currently have of regular streamed content. Oh, I definitely want to build a computer in Factorio, and probably some more Rust programming. Yeah, I think those are... The last one's a bit too wishy-washy, but we'll look into it. That being said, I think we've come to the end of what we're going to be doing for this stream. Oh, actually there's two things I do want to do. Think about it. Voice lessons. And I'm going to get some hardware of particular types to allow me to do certain things, which I will keep under my... Whoops. I want to keep that exactly what the hardware I'm getting under my hat. Thank you everybody for joining me for this stream. Tomorrow it's going to be an early morning stream, and in it I'm probably going to be doing... I know what we can do. We can continue the world building on for the... Yeah, let's continue the world building for the Isekai Demoness world that we built. We're doing some work on. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you later for that day. If you're new to my streams, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you later. Goodbye.